Hey everyone, Steven here, autistic YouTuber, and welcome to Toastamac. In several videos I've done in the past, I've talked about the risk of overstimulation and sensory overload, but I never did talk about the opposite end of the sensory pool, sensory deprivation. As the term implies, it's when you willingly deprive your body of the five senses as much as you can. Doing this will put your body in a deep state of relaxation, as your brain doesn't have to process thousands of bits of information through the five senses at this time. During which, the body should also release positive hormones like dopamine and serotonin, while simultaneously reducing stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. All of this, in turn, should grant numerous benefits, from reducing anxiety, as well as improving sleep, focus, pain management, flow of blood, just to name a few. Now, of course, this is just a textbook definition. In order to fully understand sensory deprivation, a textbook definition by itself isn't enough. We need a full hands-on experience. That's why earlier, before this video recording, both me and Thomas decided to try it for real via a sensory deprivation tank, which seems to be the most popular method for this topic. That doesn't mean you have to, though. There are some things to take into account. When it comes to cost, you could be looking at an average of $50 to $100 per person per session, depending on where you go, what features do you want, like how long you want the session, or do you go for the regular or extra large tank. There's also a list of do's and don'ts. Then there's a waiver for you to sign, and you have to make sure to get to the appointment on time. So think carefully before you invest in this. You could instead choose to turn off any sources of light and sound in your bedroom, put on a blindfold, wear some noise-canceling headphones, and just lay down on your bed for about half an hour to an hour. It may not be a one-to-one comparison for a sensory deprivation tank, but you should still get the sensory deprivation. Now, back to the tanks. Me and Thomas actually found a nearby facility for the sensory deprivation tanks, where the person in charge actually walked us through the process and even showed us an introduction video, which I did find on YouTube. So, if you want to see the video for yourself, click the info card right here. Right now, though, I want to see if I can give you a little taste of what it was like for me in the tank. Steve, take it away.
Sure thing, boss. All right, viewers, all I want you to do is close your eyes and listen to my voice. When you enter the tank and start to lay down, you feel the lukewarm salt water flowing beneath you. You close the hatch and decide whether to have the lights on or off. Then it begins. Meditation music brings your body to a zen-like state, not wanting to move. A few moments pass and your senses become dull. Your body becomes numb. Even the salt water flowing beneath you loses its wet feeling. You are no longer floating in water. You are just floating in a vast empty space. Here, time, schedules, responsibilities have no meaning. There is nothing except you. You are floating, floating, floating. Soon you realize you have a true moment to yourself, not to your friends, not to your family. Yourself, something you might not have had in quite a while. It is just you and the thoughts in your head. You are floating, floating, floating. Soon you gain a better understanding of your body, the strands of hair, the individual muscles. All of it is connected. A single twitch sends ripples throughout your body. You are floating, floating, floating. When your session nears its end, your body begins to reawaken. You move your fingers, clench your fist, and rise back up to return to the world you came from. Return to the world you left behind. Return to reality. Okay, you can open your eyes now.
And before you ask, yes, I did write this out in my head while I was in the tank. What else was I supposed to do? The end results were rather interesting, as it varied between me and Thomas because each of us had our own individual tank. While I came up with this poetic way of describing the experience, Thomas could just sum it up with one word. Boring. Granted, I applaud Thomas for trying, but it didn't seem like he gained anything from the experience, and he thought he was just wasting his time. As for me, don't get the wrong idea. I was totally numb throughout this experience, so yeah, mission accomplished on the sensory deprivation part. Though I have to wonder, is feeling numb the same thing as feeling relaxed? The way I see it, when you feel relaxed, you're supposed to feel something, whether it be soothed or even energized. You feel something. But during my time in the tank, I felt nothing. We know about the risks of overstimulation and sensory overload, along with how bad they can get. But is the solution really to just jump to the opposite end of the sensory pool to deprive the senses altogether, even if for a short moment? For many of us, especially autistic people, we love stimulation, from the aromas we smell in the air, to the food we taste, to the sounds we hear, the sights we see, and the things we feel in our hands. So, while I can understand people trying this at least once to see how the experience is for them, I'm not sure if this is a consistent go-to solution. Rather, I think it would be better to find the appropriate balance of stimulation for the individual in question. And again, it can vary from person to person.
You may also face a different problem. Those who struggle with claustrophobia or even breathing difficulties might have a harder time with sensory deprivation. Even a pitch-black empty space can make you feel uncomfortable. If you're dealing with either of these, please try to talk to a doctor first before attempting this. What's more, once your body has been sensory deprived for a certain amount of time, you may be more prone to having hallucinations, be it visual, auditory, or even both.
During my session, I could have sworn I saw a little sliver of light on my right side, which didn't make any sense because the tank and the room the tank was in were pitch black. You weren't supposed to see anything. So either there was something else going on outside of the tank, or maybe I was hallucinating.
The hallucination should wear off when you get out of the tank. We just want you to be aware that the possibility exists. Lastly, we do have to mention that while this is very rare, there is the possibility of drowning. Thankfully, there are safeguards put in place to prevent that, like the halo pillows to keep your head above the water, as well as a panic button in case something goes wrong. This is not to discourage you from this, not by any means. We just want you to have a good enough understanding before you make a choice one way or the other.
Those are my thoughts on sensory deprivation. But again, this is just my personal take. It could be different from yours. So, if you want to try sensory deprivation for yourself, or if you've done it already, share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Or, if you're thinking, no, this is not for me, I want to stay away from this, tell us about that too in the comments section below. With that, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff that makes Toastamac grow. And don't forget, we also stream on the weekends. So if I'm live and you got the time, come hang with us. Until the next video or live stream, see you later.